Okay, so my next step was to integrate Calendly, kind of awkward to pronounce, but I just want people to be able to schedule a 30-minute phone call with me. So I've used that before and it's super handy. So I'm just going to see how to integrate that. I already ran through this once, but I wanted to show you how I did it. So let me just look for Calendly integration HTML. Oh, looks like somebody else has already done this video. Maybe click that one, but that's okay. I'm still gonna show you how to do it. I think I can just click on their website. So first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna either have to log in, and then if you don't have an account, you're gonna have to sign up. And I don't want to show all my information, so I'm not gonna do it. But you can sign up with Google super easily. So just click up that or another email address if you want to, however you want to do it. And then in my next screen, I'll show you where it takes you. So after you create an account, you're going to see this landing page, and by default, it's going to have one meeting type there. So if I click on this, I'm going to see some of the settings, and I just went through this, and I want to call people. I want to make this as easy as possible on them, as low pressure as possible, and I know talking on a video is going to be kind of intimidating for some people, and especially since my target audience is actually Mennonite people. So I'm sure you have some questions about that, but I'll be calling them on the phone. They will definitely not be doing a video call with me. And then you can just do allow invitees to add guests, sure. Schedule settings. These are all pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to run through these all. And then these are all options you can just choose on your own. What's more interesting to me is how I can now share this link. So this integration is going to be super easy. So all I really need to do is add this link here to my HTML form, and people can choose a date, and then that will set up the meeting. So I'm just going to copy this link. I'm going to bring it over to my website, and I'm going to paste it in there. Okay, and so what I'm trying to add this to is this schedule a call. Currently it's on the mobile view. If I move over to desktop, it's this schedule a call right here. So all I need to do is find this button in my code, and I need to add just like the href and have it go to that Calendly link and then target blank so that they can come back to my website if they change their mind, or they just want to click the button to see what happens. So looking at my code, I divided all the sections up nicely, so this is easy to find, and I know that it is in my hero. So I have this schedule a call, and currently it does not have an href, so just let me grab that link again. So I'm going to grab this link right here. Just going to copy that, and I'm going to replace this href right here. And then I'm also going to make the target blank so that it opens up in another tab. And let's see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to click this, and let's see what happens. You know what? That is perfect. I don't need to change anything else for it. So I saw that there was lots of options for integrated an API, lots of embed options. But honestly, this will serve the purpose. This is simple. This is not going to break. There's not going to be any API keys to keep up. It's a simple link. This will totally suit my purposes. So I'm going to call it good. So there we go. Calendly is now set up. People can schedule a call with me. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's working. So next thing I want to do is I want to add some hover effects to the CTA. I'm thinking I'll keep it a little bit simple. What I really want is I want it to change color. I think maybe a darker purple or something. And then I also want just a little calendar icon to pop up. So let's see if I can show you. I got this calendar icon from Adobe, and I exported it into my project. Here it is as calendar1.svg. And I'm actually just going to rename that to calendar. and I put it in the hero folder. So I'm going to try adding that as a pseudo element, and I'm going to make the display or the opacity 0, and then on hover I'm going to have the opacity come up to 1 over 300 milliseconds or so, and then I'm also working on adding the background color change hover effect too. So let's get started on that. Okay, so here's the element, and I'm going to add another class here, and I'm just going to add this. I'll call this calendar. Oh, it's glorious just having a small project. Actually, I might change that. I'll call it. I'm gonna make this CTA. Make it a modifier class, just to not box myself into a corner in case I have a calendar added later. I'm gonna call it CTA calendar, and then I need to go into the CSS for hero. So let's see, hero.css, where are you? There you are. Okay. .hero and then I'm going to make the position relative. So the pseudo element is going to be position absolute, so I want it to be positioned relative to the CTA text. And then I'm going to add before. So let me just copy this. And then I believe the content is, I'm going to have to look it up. And looking at some examples online, I'm not even sure I need to make the position relative for that CTA, but let's give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to say that the content is a URL and let's see, that is going to be an assets, and it's going to be in hero, and it is going to be calendar.svg. Okay, and then let's make the padding dash right 0.3 em, vertical align middle, and let's see how that works. Okay, so the SVG is showing up. Let me make this smaller. And I think I need to go back to my original idea of positioning it absolutely. First of all, because if it's not positioned absolutely, it's going to push the text off center, which I do not want. And I think I had a second reason, but now I can't remember what it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say position absolute, and I'm going to make the width of it 1em. Let's see how that looks. There we go. That's much better. Okay, and then I'm going to make the left negative 2em, and then the top 0.1em, not 11em, 0.1. Maybe 0.3em, 0.2em. That looks good. Okay, and then the left, let's try 1em. Let's see. 1.5. I think that's pretty good. And then it does look too high off the top. Trying to get that nice and centered. Okay, I think that looks really good. Also, I really should have started on mobile first. So let me actually look at, okay, it still looks good on mobile. So that's lucky. You should always start on mobile and then move to desktop. But in any case, so now this opacity should be 0 by default. Okay, so now it's gone. All right, so now I need to add my hover effect. So So hero CTA hover. And then, actually, I need to select the. So I'm saying when you hover over the CTA, select this and make the opacity 1. And then I'm going to add a transition opacity. Let's say 300. Ease in out. Okay. So now let's see if this works. I'm going to move over to desktop, and there it is. Oh, look at that. That looks good. So next thing I need to do is just schedule a background schedule. Choose a background color to change it to, and then I think that should be enough. So I want all of my CTAs to act the same. They'll probably have different icons. So I'm thinking for the background color transition, I should add this in global styles, so I only have to do it once. So I'm in the global style sheet under the CTA selector. I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to say hover, and I'm going to say the background. Let me just copy what I have. I'm just going to go slightly darker here. And then I'm going to add a transition background. Come on. Really? I don't know why that's turning red. That's definitely a valid selector. And so there we go. And then I'm just going to click this, and I'm going to make it a darker purple. So let's see how that works out now. That looks really good to me. That's not super obnoxious. I think I'm pretty happy with that. And now if I scroll down, I can see that my other CTAs also hover. So I think I'm pretty happy. I'm not 100% sure about the color though. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I think I'm just going to leave that how it is for now. It's subtle. So yeah, I'll call it good. Okay, and so for moving on down now to my next CTA, I know that I can just add that that one class in here, the calendar class. So you know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move that modifier class into global styles because that makes a lot more sense. So over here in Hero CSS, I added this right here. So I'm actually going to remove that, and I'm going to go into the global sheets, and I'm going to add it here because I know that I'm going to use it in another section besides Hero, so it should be in the global class. So I'm just going to save this now, and let's see if it still works. Yep, and it still works up there. And now I just need to add that class to the schedule a call down here, and then that calendar icon should show up as well down there. So let me go to my HTML, and I'm just going to grab that, and then I'm going to close the hero section for now. And this is our easy process. So here's the process section in my markup. So I need to find the CTA, and I need to add the class. And now if I hover over that, I don't know why that's not showing up. Let me refresh. Oh, I see why, because I added it to the CTA. I need to add it to the CTA text. That's why. Now let's try it. Okay, and the reason was because position relative wasn't added to CTA text by default. So once I added that, boom, we got the calendar showing up. Okay, so the hover effect is good there. Now I need to add the link as well. So I just copied what was in my other CTA. And I'm going to paste it in here. So let me just give this a test now. And that is working. So I think that'll be it for this video. For my next video, I will work on writing the JavaScript for validating this form. And then I will integrate Calendly, or not Calendly, probably FormSpark to it. And then I'll test that out.